how did you like the basket, Cheryl? Was it comfortable sleeping in there? Yeah, thanks, Ernest. It beats sleeping on the street, that's for sure. Worse. Anything to stay out of the pound, out of Battersea. Well, if there's anything else at all you need, do let me know. I hear you're homeless at the moment, Cheryl. You're welcome to live here at the office for a while, if you would help. Yes, that would be a big help. This memory loss thing is a real rough deal. I don't know who I am or where I came from. Just suddenly found myself wandering the streets. That's the first thing I remember. Until you spotted one of our flyers and decided to enlist the services of the best detective in town. Yes, that was one of the leaflets I designed that you picked up, Cheryl. Miss Layton had done absolutely no advertising at all since she set up here, you know? So I decided to take matters into my own hands. Although we still haven't had any business. Apart from the vagrant, canine. Oh, well, excuse me for merely being a man's best friend. Now, Cheryl. I didn't say I was dissatisfied. In fact, I plan to use your dogginess to the full. You do? How? Actually, maybe I don't want to know. By having you do what dogs do best. Using your nose, following the scent of a villain from the scene of the crime, for example. Oh, I say, Miss Layton, what a champion idea. Yes, Cheryl can perform police dog duties with his heightened sense of smell. He'll be a wonderful asset to the agency. I hate to rain on your parade, but this doggy's nose had no notable smells at all. Sorry, that was too many noses. Are you telling us you can't smell anything? Not exactly. I mean, I can smell things. No better than a human can, I'd say. Really? Oh, what a disappointment. I was thinking I might actually find a use for you. Well, sorry I'm such a letdown. Never mind. I'm sure Cheryl will prove useful in other ways. Oh, the phone. Get that, would you, Cheryl? Why me? Well, if you can't help sniff out the truth, the least you could do is take phone calls for me. I'm a dog! I'll get it. It could be someone with a job for us. What can I set you working on, Cheryl? You'll have to pay your way somehow. Cleaning the toilet, perhaps? Or filing? No, your paws prohibit so many tasks. Oh, I've got it! You could be the Layton Detective Agency mascot. You'll stand on prominent street corners, touting for business. Oh yeah, and I'll throw in a free massage as well. Looks like Ernest is finished on the phone. That was Inspector Hastings for Scotland Yard, miss. Inspector Hastings? Does he have a new case for us? A murder, actually. A murder? A big case at last. But yes, except, well, it seems it's not that simple. The inspector said it was probably a murder, but might not be a murder. But actually, it seems it probably is a murder. Maybe. Not that hard. Did someone get killed by someone else, or didn't they? I don't know, but the inspector wants you to meet him at Scotland Yard immediately. A murder that might not be a murder, but probably is a murder. Maybe. Well, it's certainly intriguing. I smell a mystery that needs unraveling. Oh, bother! What's the matter with you? It's the last day of the Riverside Festival. That's all. I had rather hoped to invite you to accompany me to watch the show this evening, Miss Layton. Oh yes, I'd forgotten that the festival was on at the moment. What kind of festival is it? It's a London tradition. Takes place on the banks of the Thames. It's a hoot, Cheryl. There are street stalls serving food and drink, and stage performances, and, it's all rather fun. It goes on a whole week, but today is the last day. As the climactic finish to the festivals, tonight will be the Riverside Show of Devotion. That sounds like a real hoot. Oh, it really is. Lots of young men and women For love, line up on opposite banks of the Thames and face each other and declare their mutual love. What, in front of everyone else? Absolutely. They say that couples who declare their love on the Riverside festival will find eternal happiness together, you see? Really? I had no idea about that part of the festival. It's jolly romance, don't you think? I was hoping to escort Miss Layton so we could watch the show together, but now... Didn't you say it happens every year? There's always next year then, isn't there, Romeo? Perhaps not, actually. Numbers have been dwindling in recent years, you see. There are rumors that they might even abolish the festival altogether. This may very well be our last chance to experience it. I must admit, it does sound appealing. Really? The romance of it all gets to you, too, does it not? Miss? Oh, joy. Sorry, Ernest. It's the food and drink stalls you mentioned that have piqued my interest. Ruled by your hunger, not your heart. You should be a dog. Food at festivals always tastes better for some reason, don't you think? It's the atmosphere, I suppose. Yes. I couldn't agree more. It's sharing with that someone special that really does it, isn't it? Yes, well, we mustn't keep Inspector Hastings waiting any longer, I suppose. Come along, you two. We need to pop over to Scotland Yard. Of course, miss. Why do I need to come? Because you need to earn your keep. You get a free lodging here at my office, remember? Unless you prefer the street corner advertising we discussed before. Well, grab my lead. Sorry to think I picked the wrong agency here. Yes, you did. Case number 2. Murder on the Thames. The Thames? That's an actual thing? Why can't British people speak normal? Like a meese. This is the famous Scotland Yard, is it? It's not much of a yard. It's not in Scotland either. As a dog who likes open spaces, both revelations are a bit of a disappointment. It's actually quite imposing, isn't it? I'll say. Don't forget that Metropolitan Police are responsible for keeping the peace across the entire city of London. This is a very special place, and not least because it's where Miss Layton and I first met. It's one of the most treasured memories. Such a fateful meeting. Here, wasn't it, miss? This is no time for reminiscing, Ernest. Inspector Hastings has a possible murder, or maybe not, he needs our help with. Come along, let's go in. Oh, sorry, miss. Right you are. Case coders have been added to Cat's bag. Case coders? I'll have to see what that is. What are these? Are little mini episodes that you can only see here. Each time you solve a case, a new case coder will be added to the list. Now the case has been solved, you can view the clues descriptions in the case file. Okay. So, there's the case file, and then there's this. These short stories tie up loose ends that were left dangling in the main story. I see. Why is there, like, another person here? Silverware is constantly disappearing from the restaurant at Chancellor Lane. Could be related to the recent metal thefts? The waiter may know something. We'll do that later. That's definitely some time for now. Irregardless, kind of surprised how fast we went into Case 2. There was, like, no fanfare for the ending of Case 1. That made me kind of sad. And I kind of see why people did not like this game in that regard. If this is a consistent thing, I'm gonna be sad because, like, I like the structure that this happens for Layton's cases, but... I don't know, fam, I don't know. Let's see here. Where would we be without buses in London? So you all have to do is sit and stay at and a bus comes along to pick you up. That's what I call civilized. I'm always love my bicycle, but I enjoy taking the bus sometimes too. But honestly, buses are pretty good. Well, you can see the clock tower even from here, look. With the illumination, the time is clearly visible, even at night, when the hands aren't missing. I still can't get over how clever Mr. Lipsticks was to make a replica of the hand out of a wafer. Well, it makes sense, don't it? Ew, I wouldn't want an office up there. Think of all the stairs. I expect this where the most senior officers have their offices. Apparently, they had to rebuild Scotland Yard because the original building was so old and dilapidated. I knew what it was, I just couldn't quite. Oh, I say, there's a puzzle hiding among the folds of the flag. What a highly improbable place for a puzzle. Well spotted, Ernest. You quite often find puzzles when you least expect them. Now then, why don't you have a go at solving this one, Ernest? Seeing as it was you who found it. Okay. What you spotting, Ernest? Trot fishing. A shark is on the prowl at a popular fishing spot. It's very hungry. You only have 3 pieces of bait to catch all the fish in the area, but you can't afford to throw any bait too close to the shark, or we'll notice and try to bite. Where should you throw your precious bait? Your bait attracts all the fish, including any sharks within the certain range of where you throw it. Of course, you can't throw bait directly on top of fish. That might scare them. Oh, it hurt them. Okay. If we do this, here's one. Oh, it does a little thing. Let's go. Turns out I'm just really, really good at this.
I
Easy.
see how to solve this now.
You solve it, Ernest. It solves it. You did it. The shark is very envious of all the fish you caught, thinking of selling some of its teeth to earn enough to buy a fishing rod of its own. Look at the shark going like, ugh. Now this is the kind of representation I could get behind, because the shark is clearly just a little duncy little boy that just wants to have some fishies. And that's what sharks should be known for. Just hungry little stupids. That's all they should be known for. I did it! Oh, I did it, miss. Oh, I solved it! Well done, Ernest. I'm impressed. It wasn't easy. It was all worth it just to hear you say that, miss. Oh, I earned some bonus points. Let's go. I'm guessing because we hit a certain thing. I will gladly take it because I definitely want to like get more and more things. For sure. There you go. Scotland Yard is an absolute icon of the city, isn't it? Such a dignified building. The sight of that crest is enough to make me worry that I might have forgotten to pay for something when I was shopping. I'm sure they got the emblem wrong. It had 2 lions in a portcullis the last time I looked. Okay. I don't know where you get your business there, Cheryl. But okay. Kind of a weird hill to die on. Alright, what up, dude? Hello, what have we here? Catriel, Layton and co. No less. Good to see you at the yard, ma'am. Inspector Hastings is investigating the latest case with a rather small team of officers. A select few, you might say. And after your brilliant performance of the Big Ben case, I'm not at all surprised to find you among them, ma'am. Gosh, you've made a name for yourself already, miss. Yes, which means we'll have to work hard and solve this case too. I have expectations to live up to now. Is that so, Cat? Is that so? Like, I'm just trying to make sure I get all the little hint coins and everything, which is always a bit of a bother. But I guess we should just go hit Scotland Yard, right? Which I think we just straight up... I forgot to mention, what? Whenever you'd like to go back, just press that selected Layton Detective Agency button. Put in details of all the cases on the pinboard, so you can switch to investigation on another case whenever you decide to do so. Or you can play around with the office feng shui if you don't like how it's decorated at the moment. Oh? Well, so that would be a way of going back to previous cases and finding any coins or solving any puzzles we might have missed. Yes, and for the less serious-minded Ernest, redecorating can be a nice change of pace. Oh, cool. Now for every 4 puzzles that you solve, you'll receive a Decradoc that you could exchange for different styles of furnishing for use in the agency office. You solved 10 puzzles so far, you earned yourself 2. I want to know... Where are they? Oh, I have to go to here. No, we'll do that at a better time. I just... Let's go here. We'll look at it later then. Something's not right. Well, what is it, miss? Don't you think it's unusually quiet here at the police headquarters, considering a murder was just reported? Yes, I suppose you're right. I don't see many officers rushing around, following leads or anything. Oh, look! There's Douglas Dett, the reporter from London Times. Let's go and ask him if he knows anything. If anyone would know, it's a reporter. Oh, I don't like that dude. I guess he's gonna be a thing consistently. Ma'am. Oh, we're getting the hit coins. Let's go. There's a reception desk, Cheryl. I mean, just in case you couldn't see from down there. The sign makes it very clear where you need to go when you arrive, at least. Not so friendly for dogs, is it? How can you even read that sign without jumping up and putting your paws on the counter? Well, maybe the world wasn't made for dogs. I'm gonna say it right there. Think about that next time you become a doggy. Nothing there. We got newspaper and magazines for people waiting, eh? Where's Ideal Hound? There are local papers as well as the national broadsheets is here. Gosh, look at the headline. Immigration disaster looms. Martin's claim right to live and work in Britain. Ooh. I think this is actually taking place during the current time that Brexit was happening too. Which isn't exactly the best commentary on things. The fact that they, like, allude to that just kind of sucks ass, right? Nothing? Oh, Zolcho. Okay. See much else here. I think members of the public are supposed to sign in here, but I never have. Golly, have all these people visited Scotland Yard today? Luckily, I can't write Cheryl C. columns, although I think I was taking the biscuit. Hello, Miss Layton. I came across this puzzle during the course of my investigations into a certain case. Thumb's the word, of course, but I can't figure it out. Oh, could I see it? You could indeed. This is a very puzzling puzzle. Certainly appreciate your assistance. Pizza preferences. Piping hot pizza has just been delivered. It's time to get to the plates pronto. It's just pre-sliced, and you just need to make sure all 3 children have precisely the same amount. But there's always a but. Each child has a particular ingredient that he or she doesn't like, so you can't give them slices with toppings they don't want to eat. Okay, so this one doesn't want tomato. So we could give tomato to these people. Don't like bacon, so we're gonna move bacon over here. And then, there you go. Don't like egg, so let's get the egg going. Oh, so you get like all of this. Damn. There you go. No bacon. Oh, this is just part of it, huh? Does that solve it? She just doesn't want tomato, which tomato on pizza is actually a pretty solid choice. 1, 2, 3, 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's too many pieces. Too many pieces? Too many pizzas. She just actually has to like have like a lot. Are we supposed to give them like a full thing? This doesn't feel healthy. They don't mind either of those. What if I did this? Oh, no tomatoes. The tomatoes have to be over here. He absolutely positively has to have this one. So 100% got to. And these are just like down slices of just whatever. So there's one full pizza there. That's pretty cool, right? Pretty pog. Let's go ahead, do this. And then, there we go. So they each have one full pizza, and you could have 2 slices per. This works. Let's go, baby. This made it vastly easier to deal with. So, no tomato, and what looks like an egg. I don't know what that is, honestly. What is this? That can't possibly be egg. Egg would not go well on a pizza. A lot of things go pretty well on a pizza, but that's not. Maybe pepper? And then there's bacon. Bacon goes well on pizza. Bacon and pizza are just like homies. Yeah, that's it. We're good.
I've seen how to solve this now.
Yay!
And that's how it's
I
done.
do like those puzzles the most. They tend to be fairly easy, and I just really like the idea. You did it! Now eat it up before it's stone cold. Kinda cute. All the kids just like, yeah, pizza! Yeah, that should put you out of your misery. PC, beat. Oh, indeed it should, miss. Layton, much apologized. I'm sure. Now I'll be able to keep my mind on my job. Lovely, bubbly. You're very welcome, Constable. I do call it in Layton Detective Agency. You need assistance with any other matters. Okay. So we did a little thing there. We have to talk to him now. I stalled long enough. Oh, I hate your eyebrows. Get a job! Hello there. You're the same trail as me, I dare say. You've heard about the incident at the Riverside Festival, I presume? A murder, no less. What a dark world we live in. So it was a murder, then? Yes, probably. Or maybe not. But it does seem likely. Then again... Oh, I thought of all people you'd know at least. Well, the word on the street is it was a murder, but the police haven't had a statement either way. Seems a bit odd, don't you think? A murder at one of London's biggest events should be front-page news. Looks like we're just going to have to get the facts from the horse's mouth. If by horse you mean Inspector Hastings, and pass through not long it. I pressed him on to give me the lowdown, but he gave me the cold shoulder. I think he's probably still in his office. Oh, thanks for that. We'll go and find him. No need to thank me. All I ask in return is a little dish of any dirt you happen to pick up. Anything at all will do. I'm not gonna say anything to him as far as I'm concerned. He needs to get the fuck away from me! Pervert! Whoop. Now then, where's the inspector? Oh, look, there he is. Over there. Gosh, his face is as black as thunder. This must be a terrible, troublesome case. He always looks like that. Perhaps he finds every case troublesome, let's ask. Okay, we could ask him, or we could look around his dusty old place. A magnificent moustache. Fantastique. And what up? This clock is absolutely spot on, isn't it? To the second. Well, so, having accurate time references is a vital part of the investigation procedure. Quite right, Ernest. Police and detective alike always have to make sure they have the correct time. Na-na-na-na. A matter of time. An old clockmaker makes settings at a time on these 3 clocks when he needs help with it. The clock each say different times. One says 4:05, one says 2:18, the other says 3:05. One of the clocks is 32 minutes fast, another is 28 minutes slow, and one of them has stopped completely. Set them to all the correct time. If one stopped completely, that means one of them is completely there, but none of them would work for that. So, what is 32 minutes away from that whole situation? So that's something that we need to figure out. So we're working with 4:05. We're working with 2:18. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's terrible. And 3:05. 3 is just too far away to be so far away. Unless we go 32 minutes. It would increase this to be 37. So that's no, it would be 20 minutes slow? Question? No, it would be 28 minutes slow. So this would be 2 and then an 8 attached to it. So it's 2. Oh wait, hold on. No, that's 13. So 3, carry the 1. That's 3:38, and then you would add the 30. That's a little bit too high, isn't it? That's a little bit too high on the situation. Because basically you're minusing math. No matter what, the 4 would have to be fast. Because it would not hit any other way. So your best bet is to check this. See if you get anywhere close. 3. And then it's really weird to like do this because technically speaking it stops at a certain point once it hits a 6 right here. So this is not a 1-to-1. Probably shouldn't be like doing it this way. So wouldn't it be 29? It would be 29 minutes. So 29, right? No! Wow, so what the fuck are you thinking? Be 30, so 33. So it'd be all that. Is this 28 minutes behind? 20 minutes, 28 minutes slow. 2? Yeah, it is. So the time is 3:33. Let's go, baby. So, schwep, schwep, schwep. Pretty much the way that you solve it is just this part right here, the 32 minutes fast, because you would just be working your way down regardless. It has to be that way. Let's go. Boom. Easy every time.
I ain't nothing but a hound dumb dog.
Let's go! You did it! The correct time is 3333. The old man looks really pleased. Now all the clocks are right. Yeah. Me smarty. All 12. Well, jolly good, Cheryl. Well done. Are you in, training to be a police dog by any chance? Oh, sure. It's what I've always dreamed of, pinstripes. Really like how he calls them pinstripes. He does deserve to kill himself. Charlie Shell's in training to be a detective's dog, not a police dog. But Andy's, made a very promising start. I give up. Okay. Oh, yeah. Gives up. Well, and I thought your desk was a dog's dinner. This is a whole other level. And I think, perhaps Inspector Hastings isn't one for tidying. The thing about desks is, the more messy they are, the easier they are to lose. Use. I'm gonna be real, this is what my desk kind of looks like. It just has a ton of shit on it. I generally know where things are for the most part, but, like, it's still pretty messy. Like, see how you can see the majority of things here, but it's still kind of messy? That's kind of how my desk looked like. For real ski. I think we're good here. We do the old up and down ski. Oh yeah, I heard. Do you think there's something behind all of those papers that he's trying to cover up? It's rather hard to see what's what among all these photographs and memos. I don't know why I said it weird. Oh look, there's a recipe for beans on toast here. I wonder what case that was from. From the case of the missing appetite and the terrible cook. Fuck. Oh, beans on toast is disgusting. It is not cuisine. It is torture is what it is. Can't tell me otherwise. Ah, a comfortable chair for a guest to sit in when they come to visit the inspector. That thing looks old, but I bet if you curl up just right, it would be a great bed. Disappointing. I was just expecting real leather. Very easy to tell that this isn't. Damn. Do you just like having dead cows as your personal, like, a tour? I mean, I'm not against it, per se. Just kind of weird for a character to have that stance of just like, not really leather. How can I sit in this? Still, we do eventually have to just talk to Mr. Big Head, and I really don't want to because he has such a fucking big, massive head. He is literally 10,000% head. And for me, you know what? I'm 10,000% done. And we're gonna say that's all for today, folks. Until then, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all later, okay? Sayonara. Bye-bye.